All right, I have my camera on the arm of my chair and was just looking at my YouTube and realized that the last update that I did was in Bali before I headed back to the UK, and I haven't done any of these raw videos since. The last upload I did was a podcast, and a number of people have shared with me in the last couple of weeks that they were consuming the raw kind of off the cuff videos that I was doing around various different topics related to growing businesses and whatnot. So I thought I would just do an update of like where I'm at, what's going on, and how you could start to continue to deepen the value you receive from me. So I decided about 2 weeks ago to create a community for male coaches. So anyone who is a coach, who is a man, who wants to deepen into their own expression, become more grounded, more present, more aware, more open, and do what I class as like the deep inner work, who also actually wanted to grow a 10, a 20, a 30, 40, 50,000 plus per month business. And the reason I created this community is for men to get around other men, right? I think as men, we are starving for connection and brotherhood. We are lacking the support that we need locally, right around us. We don't always have the luxury of proximity. I'm very fortunate. I have a group of several men that I would consider people that I could go to with deep personal challenges. But I'm aware that in business, many people don't have that. Maybe your friends are making less money than you, or maybe your social circles aren't deep or aren't open to talking about things related to mental health or getting, becoming a deeper man, more integrated into your own masculine, right? We don't have that luxury. And so what I decided with creating the community was to create a safe space for that, allow men to connect with each other. And I think when you are on a journey, there are three very important relationships that you need. Number one is that you need people who are on your level, who you can interact with, class as peers, right? People that you can receive value from and give value to. The second relationship you need is one of contribution, right? Where you can give back to other people. So when people are struggling or they're stuck, you can give to people. And then the third is where you're receiving, right? You need to receive from people who are maybe further along the line than you are. And I think having a community of men where all three of those things can happen simultaneously is really, really important and really powerful. So I'll link up in the description access to my school community. You can join that for free. Only two stipulations. Number one, you're a coach. Actually, three. Number two, you're a man. And number three, you want to do deep work. And that's really the safe space that I'm creating. I've got a bunch of training in there as well. So I have resources around integrity, archetypes when it's related to business. I have resources around business growth. And I'm putting in more and more training all of the time and more resources. We have stuff on boundaries, shadow work, a bunch of different things that I think are personally really, really important if you want to be the deepest and most potent force that you can be in your own business. I am obsessed with the word transmission. And the reason I'm obsessed with it is that I think who we are is often way more important than what we do. Because a decision isn't just made for a client to choose you based on what you do, but more so the relationship that you have with them, how you engineer that relationship, how you build trust with that person. And that comes down to our transmission. Like, what are we transmitting in the content that we create? Are we transmitting authenticity? Are we transmitting grounded presence? Are we transmitting certainty? Are we cultivating trust? Are we becoming, in my opinion, the person who is capable of leading the client who is aspiring to work with you? So one of the big things that I'm focused on currently right now is he who can be trusted to lead. And all that simply means is that every day I have to show up in integrity with the values that I hold, with the things that I'm preaching to my clients, right? I am the teaching as opposed to the preacher. And I want to live through my own embodied values. I want to only teach the things that I'm actually actively doing in my life, because I think there's a disparity between us learning something and then teaching something when it isn't fully embodied. And we can smell that a mile off. We can feel it. We can sense it. And so my work over the last few years, and most of the last few months as well, is to be silent in my own inner being, to know, like, what is it that I truly want to share with the world? Like, where am I most aligned? And I think when you start to find this level of alignment, this internal compass, which I call the monk archetype, right? It's this internal leadership where you become truly, fully embodied and aligned with the thing that you truly want to transmit to the world. Then your external leadership, the king, can come online and really start to do a great job of leading that vision externally. And if you're not aware of what I'm talking around in terms of archetypes, definitely join my free community, because there's a free training that goes through all of that. There's inflated archetypes, deflated archetypes, integrated archetypes. And as a man, it really helps us to map out how we show up in various different domains in our life. But for me, it's really a transmission of embodied wisdom is way more potent than anything that you could learn in a YouTube video, then just continue to transmit. So I am extremely focused right now on ticking all of the boxes every single day that I need to tick in order to be trusted by the people who are seeking me out, to support them with their business growth, with their development as a man, and to help them lead in love, life, relationships, community, coaching, their business. And I have a huge mission to empower coaches with a deeper level of coaching, so that when it comes to supporting their clients, they're just this vessel of grounded presence. And that's really the thing that we're doing in the modern man. So this is kind of an update video, nothing like, I mean, there's some gems in here as well, some wisdom for you to receive. But more to come. I have more videos around the thing that I'm doing in terms of lead generation right now, how I'm generating 5+ people into my community every single day, how I'm growing my email list with only people that are hyper engaged. I have a 70% average open rate on my email list right now. I'm booking sales calls automatically with little effort right now. And I'm in a season of easefulness and flow instead of force. So if you're in the hustle right now, if you're in the grind, if things feel like you're pushing a boulder uphill, if you haven't got flow in your life and you feel like everything is a push currently, then feel free to connect with me. My Instagram's below. Shoot me a message. Ask for an invite to my community if you don't want to join, and just, I mean, the link's there. You can go and do that as well. You don't have to DM me or anything, but I'd love to see you inside the community. It's packed full of resources and amazing people, and that'd be a great place for us to start. All right. So that's it for now, this personal update, and I shall see you soon. Peace.